At the dorm that night in Spike's room, Spike had emptied his bag of all the love letters he found in his locker. He looked at letter after letter with a blush on his face increasing, and here I thought being the only boy at an all-girls academy would make them all sheepish around me. Turns out all it did was turn them into sex-starved animals or something. He looked at another. Still, I should be thankful that I'm getting the kind of attention I've always longed for, no matter how creepy it's gotten. After looking through them, he placed them all in a folder and into a desk drawer. Soon enough he turned in, waiting for tomorrow. The very next day, Spike arrived at school feeling glad he wasn't jumped or chased by any of the girls like he was yesterday, until Twilight and her friends showed up. "Hey Spike," Twilight began. "Yeah, we were hoping you'd stick around after school and come meet us in the gym." Sunset said, "Sure, but what for? There's something awesome we want to show you," Rainbow answered. "What kind of awesome?" Spike inquired. "It's a secret," Pinky said in sing-song while waving a finger. Spike rolled his eyes. "I hate it when people are vague with me," he grumbled as the girls giggled. "Come on, let's get to class," Applejack said as they headed in. Some time later during PE, the class were by some monkey bars doing pull-ups. Spitfire was monitoring them while speaking. "Come on, pull yourselves up higher," she ordered. Some girls strained, while others were making it all the way up. When 3 finished, their coach called out, "Next 3 up." Stepping up to the 3 monkey bars were Spike, Rainbow Dash and a girl named Lightning Dust. "Begin," and so the 3 started pulling themselves up. As Spike was in the center, he looked side to side at both girls, seeing them do pull-ups like pros. "I can't let myself look like an idiot if they're able to do more than me." He started pushing himself to do more pull-ups to keep up with the 2. "Not bad there, Spike. You got some strong arms," Lightning Dust said as she looked his way. "Thanks," he said as Rainbow scowled at Lightning, who gave her a smug grin. Most of the class was watching Spike as he lifted himself up above the bar, with some girls blushing as their eyes wandered all over him, with some even leaning downward to look at his ass. Twilight and the others noticed this and only shook their heads, while they noticed Pinky and Fluttershy were following with them and gazing at Spike's behind. Afterward, classes were ending, and Spitfire dismissed them to the locker room. Before Spike could head to grab his stuff, she spoke. "Spike." "Yes, Coach. Principal Celestia and Vice Principal Luna have informed me of your request at getting a locker room to change into as well as an actual shower stall." "Yes, I did make that request," Spike confirmed. "Well, I'm here to tell you they're already looking into it, so you won't be showering by the shed for much longer." Music to my ears, he sighed in relief. "When it's all prepared, I'll be sure to let you know," she said. "I'll be waiting." Spike hurried off. He grabbed his stuff out of his locker first before going to the shower by the shed. That way he wouldn't be rushing back while wearing only a towel. He entered the outhouse shower and started washing up. As he washed himself, he spoke. "I'll be glad when I don't have to shower in here anymore." He suddenly started hearing the sound of giggling. He looked around from inside his narrow stall but heard nothing, and continued to wash himself. When he heard it again, he stopped before turning to look outside and saw no one around. "I must be hearing things," he sighed, before pulling his head back into the shower to continue to wash up. Meanwhile, in the girls' locker room, 2 girls known as Pixel Pizzas and Violet Blow went up to another girl named Photo Finish. "Photo, we got it," Pixel began. "You did?" Photo asked. "Check it," Violet said, as she and Pixel showed Photo their digital cameras containing backside pictures of Spike in the shower taken through a nozzle. Photo looked at the pictures with a blush. "Excellent, these will look magnificent in my album." Shot you're looking at, Pinky popped in, startling them. "It's nothing, Pinky," Photo denied, only for Pinky to see the pictures. "Is that Spike's butt?" she asked. Suddenly everyone in the locker room froze and ran to the 3 photo girls seeing the pictures. "Oh my god," Trixie gasped with a hand to her mouth. "That's some ass." Aria blushed. "It looks so toned." Lyra salivated. Twilight and the others looked, and sure enough blushes appeared on their faces as they looked away. "How could you take such a picture like that?" Rarity asked the 2 photo girls. "For future reference," Pixel answered. "You can't keep that picture," Twilight warned them. "Why not?" Violet asked. "Yes, why?" Adagio inquired. "Because that's an invasion of Spike's privacy," she answered. "Don't be such a Girl Scout," Twilight sparkled. Trixie began. "You know boys always love to look at girls like us in these kind of situations every chance they get. So why can't we do the same to them?" "That's besides the point," Twilight said. "If Spike found out about this, he'll feel humiliated." And is that really how you want the only guy at our school to feel? Why would he feel humiliated when we think he has such a hot look? Adagio asked as she continued looking at the pictures. Besides, how's he going to know? Trixie asked. We could tell. Sunset threatened, as Applejack, Fluttershy, Rainbow, Rarity and Twilight backed her up. The girls gasped as Adagio spoke. You wouldn't try us, Rainbow smirked. Suddenly Pixel and Violet looked at their phones and saw their pictures were deleted. No, what happened to our pictures? Pixel cried with Violet. They looked to see Pinky grinning. How? When did you? Violet gasped. I'm sneaky. She beamed. Not cool. Aria called her out. What's not cool is you drooling like monkeys over one guy, Applejack said. Like you haven't, Photo challenged her. Applejack bit her lower lip while her eye shifted to the side, unable to answer, as the girl smirked. You haven't. Adagio smirked. I don't mean to interrupt, Fluttershy began. But won't we be late for our next class? The girls, realizing this, decided to drop it and continue getting changed. They still were ticked off about losing the picture of Spike's butt, but managed to have looked at it long enough to remember what it looked like, even without photographic evidence. After school was up, the students were heading off to their clubs or doing other stuff. Spike exited the building and walked to the gymnasium. As he walked, he asked himself, I wonder what it is the girls want to show me. He finally reached the gymnasium and entered the building. He looked and saw on stage were the 7 girls with 6 holding an instrument. Rainbow, seeing the boy, called out to him, Hey Spike, glad you made it. Spike approached and spoke, Hey girls, what's with the instruments? We wanted to show you our band, Applejack answered. You girls are part of a band? He asked curiously. You got that right. Rainbow confirmed, you're looking at the Sonic Rainbooms. Catchy name, Spike admitted. Thanks, Rainbow began. First you got me as lead guitarist and lead singer, though sometimes I prefer lead guitar and leave the singing lead to Twilight. Then there's Fluttershy on tambourine, Applejack on bass, Rarity on keytar, Pinky on drums, and Sunset here on rhythm guitar. Hey, don't forget about me, a voice called out, as they saw a blue-haired girl wearing violet lens sunglasses. I'm Vinyl Scratch, the band's disc jockey. When did you decide to form a band? Last year, actually during a Battle of the Bands contest, Twilight explained. The whole thing was my idea, Rainbow spoke up. It was everyone's idea, Applejack corrected her. Not really, Rainbow replied. Twilight sighed. Anyway, we started this band to show off our music abilities, and to help unite our students that the contest didn't have to be about winning and losing. Sounds awesome, Spike admitted, as he saw a seat. He looked up at them, as Rarity spoke. We'd like to share with you a little number if you don't mind. Not at all, Spike said as he took the seat. Okay, girls, from the top, Twilight said. Pinky tapped her drumsticks together. 1, 2, 3, go. And so the band started playing, with each girl playing their instruments like pros without missing a single note, as Vinyl provided her own record scratching mix.
We've just got the day to get ready, and there's only so much time to lose, because tonight, yeah, we're here to party, so let's think of something fun to do. We don't know.
Spike listened as their music moved him to the beat, and began waving his finger and tapping his feet as he was really getting into it.
And it's time to ignite the lights. Shake your tail, 'cause we're here to have a party tonight. Shake your tail, shake your tail, 'cause we're here to have a party tonight. Shake your tail. So what, you didn't get it right the first time? Laugh it off, no one said it is a crime. Do your thing, you know you're an original. You're tonight.
As the group finished, they struck a pose each with their instruments, and Spike applauded in excitement. That was amazing. He cheered. Glad you liked it, Sunset said. I'm surprised no one's offered you girls a deal, Spike said. We're still in school so we can't accept any deals right now, Twilight said. Besides, we've got our own dreams to think of. Yeah, I love to jam, Rainbow began. But I'm more of the athletic type. Obviously, Spike agreed. Suddenly they heard mocking clapping from the gym entrance. They saw it was Adagio, Aria and Sonata. Oh yes, after all there's only so much room for the field of music that it doesn't need more, Adagio said. The seven sighed. What would you three doing here? Rainbow scowled. We saw Spike coming here. Aria began as Sonata finished, so we decided to follow him and see what he was up to. The others looked at her, seeing how she sounded like a stalker. What did I say? She asked obliviously. Well, as you can see, we were giving Spike a little performance, so you three can just mosey along now. Applejack tried to shoo them away. Oh, we'll leave, Adagio began, as the three looked at Spike, after we've given him a performance of our own. Spike was curious as the trio of girls began vocalizing, before they began singing while moving their hips with a sway in both directions.
Go to sleep, you little baby. Go to sleep, you little baby. Your mama gone away and your daddy gonna stay. Didn't leave nobody but the baby. Go to sleep, you little baby. Go to sleep, you little baby. Everybody's gone in the cotton and the corn. Didn't leave nobody but the baby. Don't you weep, pretty baby.
As they sang, Spike felt moved by not only the sway of their hips, but by their voices as well, like they didn't even require music for their performance.
Don't you weep, pretty baby. Don't you weep, pretty baby. You and me and the devil makes three. Don't need no other loving baby.
The three started dancing around Spike in his chair, while running their hands across his shoulders and even his hair, as the boy blushed from their flirting.
Come lay your bones on the alabaster stones.
Applejack and Rainbow frowned at their cheap tricks to get on Spike's good side, and were prepared to jump off stage to stop them, only for Sunset and Twilight to hold them back from causing a scene.
Go to sleep, you little baby. 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 Go to sleep, you little baby.
When the trio finished, Spike clapped in awe. Wow, you three got some set of pipes. I know, we sing all the time. Sonata answered, it's our specialty. Aria added, you know, if you all combined your talents you could really make some harmony. Spike said while motioning to both groups. Us work with them? Both sides asked in outrage and the Houghton looked away from each other. Just a thought, Spike chuckled. Well, I better get going. I got some things I want to check out. See you all back at the dorms. He started leaving, unaware of all 11 girls gazing at his posterior. That ass, they thought as their faces glowed red.
たち駆け抜けるよ